Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Mexico City. I'm going to shoot a new episode today and I'm going to use the Leica Q2 Monochrom with a attached red filter. So far it's good fun shooting the camera and I can't wait to head out to shoot some images again. So I would say I will talk to you later about the settings and stuff, so later in the video. Alright guys, without further ado, Leica Q2 Monochrom, Mexico City, let's go. I was starting to shoot very early and I was surprised to see that the streets were this empty, but at least the lighting was absolutely lovely. In case you're wondering about the settings I was using, the camera was set to 1/500th, aperture was between f8 and f11, ISO was set to auto and the exposure compensation was dialed to -1 or -2 depending on the situation, because you have to make sure not to blow out the highlights since a pure monochrome sensor has not that much latitude in the highlights, and yeah, for most of the shots I used zone focusing. Here I changed the settings a little bit just because the main subjects were in the shade. I dropped the shutter speed to 1/25th and the aperture to f8. And still I was using manual focus, in this case zone focus. I wish the white car would have not been there in that moment, but I mean, there's certain things you have no control over, so it's fine. I just came out of a convenience store picking up some water when I saw this girl waving at someone. I noticed her massive fingernails and I had to take a shot, and it worked out better than expected, even though I wasn't really prepared to shoot. Usually I don't wait around in a spot for long, but here I like the way the sunlight was hitting the scene, and I ended up waiting for maybe roughly 1 minute for someone interesting to enter the frame. Alright, now would be the part coming where I show you some of my favorite prints from the episode. However, that is not possible right now since I'm traveling, but still I want to show you my personal favorites from this episode. And of course, you can still win a print, but more on that a little bit later. But before we jump right into it, a quick reminder, if you haven't already, please check out my street photography zines. It's a great way to support the channel and it helps me to create more videos like this in the future. Alright, here are my favorite images of the episode, and number one. Yeah, I mean here I like his posture and also how the light is basically falling onto him, and he's basically in the spotlight and most of the shot falls into shadow, so I'm really happy with this one. Alright, here's image number 2, and yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I really like how this person that you can see in the background walking stands out. I think here in this case it helped that he was dressed fairly in bright, I think it was gray, was it gray or something? So yeah, I mean it stands out quite a bit. And also I liked how the legs are spread out, so I got lucky, so the timing was almost perfect. So when I saw this guy approaching, I already had this shot in mind, and it turned out exactly how I planned it. So yeah, in this case I got lucky, so I'm very happy with this. And of course also here what I like is the building, the facade. Yes, it looks really nice. There's not much stuff going on that is really distracting in the frame, so yes, I'm really happy how this turned out. Alright, here's image number 3, and it's this construction site. And yes, I mean, I like how the people, like the workers here, are spread out, and you will not see them right away when you look at the image, but the longer you have a look, the more you will see in this image, and maybe there's 1 or 2 workers that you haven't seen in the first place. So, and here in this case, I waited for this one guy that is walking. until he came down the stairs and was in exactly the spot I wanted him to be. So yes, I'm happy with this one. Alright, here is image number 4, and I think this might probably be my favorite one of this episode. And I don't know, it's more like an architectural shot, and the interesting part is this, I think it's mother and daughter sitting there right at the border of the shadow, and they're still sitting in the shadow, but they still stand out because their faces are fairly bright. And I like the diagonal line that is cast by the shadow here, and I think this works pretty well. And I also like that they are not looking at me, so they don't pay attention to the camera. So yes, I'm really happy with this one. When I saw the scene, I already had this in mind to shoot like this, and yeah, it turned out great. So very, very happy with this one. Okay, now to the giveaway. If you're the lucky winner, you can choose one of the photos from this episode, and you'll get that printed on some really nice Barrett paper, which should look really nice, especially in black and white. In order to win, simply leave a comment below this video in the first 24 hours this episode goes live, and I'll send you the print for free. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked the episode, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And we will see each other hopefully very soon in the next one. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.